going on? I took the day off work. Thought it would be a great day for a hike. It's supposed to get to 72 today. Right now it's 49 degrees, so we're driving to hike. While I'm on this hike, I figured, hey, I could do another camera review. I bought this camera a long time ago, and I sold it. And I bought it again because it was so fun. It's a Pentax Q camera. This is a Q10. And so I'm going to take this along on the hike, and we're going to get some good shots with it. I'm going to go over the menu system and pretty much everything about this camera. So let's get to it. Alright, we're in Hall Ridge Park. Just starting the trail. You can hear the traffic in the background. This is East Tennessee, just outside of Knoxville. Hall Ridge Park. It's just a local park. A lot of people ride their mountain bikes and stuff through here. Nice little trail. Hike about 6-8 miles. There's tons of different trails. I know this park pretty well. I've been here several times. So yeah, let's get to it. I got my fishing rod. You know, this thing's great. I'd take it to go fishing along the trail some, but also it works as a good thing to knock down all the spider webs. Alright, I'll get the Q10 out and we'll start taking some pictures. Right, there you saw some images. I'm only about a mile in, but I thought I'd stop and talk about the camera a little bit. Let's check it out. Look how tiny this beast is. Very tiny. The kit lens that comes on this is called 02. They go by numbers. It's a 5 to 15 f2.8 to f4.5. There it is, sticking out all the way. Now this is a mirrorless camera, but it does not have a viewfinder, so everything is done on the screen, and it's not a touch screen. I'll go over some of that in a little bit, but with this such a small camera, it literally fit in a small bag, or with even some of the smaller lenses that they have, you can actually fit this in your jacket pocket. So let's take a look at this sensor. I don't know how they fit a full frame sensor in such a small camera. I'm kidding. It's a very small sensor, as you see there. It's 5.3 crop factors for this tiny little sensor. So it is 12 megapixels though, so you can get some very good images out of this. Is it going to be as good as your, like, say, your K70 as far as image quality? No, but it's fun to use. That's why I bought this. It's an excellent camera. It's going to take pictures a little bit better than your cell phone, probably. Depends which one you have. But it has all the cool little features in it, and it's just fun to use and fun to handle. It's so tiny. If you don't like taking pictures with your cell phone and looking for something a little bit more better, get one of these. I think you'll enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun to use. I think you'll really enjoy this camera. It does have this pop-up flash that I hadn't used much, but it just pops up like that. You can store it away if you need it. Now right here on the front has a unique little thing where you can program it. It has 4 different selections. You can put different selections under there for the digital effects. Alright, I figured I'd go through the how to actually set up that little 4-way dial. There in the menu, if you go over to number 3 here, it's the quick dial, that's what it's called. So you could put 4 of whatever you want on there. You have these 4 different selections. The Smart Effect, which is my personal favorite, or Custom Image. This is your picture styles. I always leave mine on neutral, so this really doesn't interest me. Or Digital Filter. It has a bunch of stuff in there. Is that a focus? Sorry. So you could, just go over here and it will tell you which one you got. Posterization, fisheye, toy camera, high contrast, shading, slim, HDR, inverted color, extract color. So there's a bunch of options you could set up for each of the numbers there. Let me go back to my favorite and I'll show you which ones I had. And it remembers like you switch this and then you go over, it doesn't default back, so it memorizes your selections even if you want to switch out. So these are my 4 favorite ones that I did. Bold monochrome, tone expansion, unicolor bold, and cross processing. Now let's take a look at some of these that I did, because I went home. I actually put my K70 in my bag, and so you can see some of these effects here. They're really cool. It's a lot of fun. And you might be saying, oh, I've got a lot of these on my cell phone. Yeah, you probably do, but it's fun to have the you know, this little tiny camera in your hand and just trying to get some cool effects with this. It's a lot of fun. I think you should buy one. I would totally recommend buying one in 2020. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. These cameras cost, I bought this one for $125. They go from like that all the way up to $200 with the kit lens here. But check out these. Do you see the silo here? I took a different trail and ran across this silo, and it's kind of creepy. No one was around. I was like, there's all these 1970s beer cans, the pull top beer cans. So I took a couple of pictures of those, and then there's this graffiti on the inside of the silo. It's kind of creepy. And as I went down the trail, I ran into this. Somebody had put a skull in a tree, so it made it even creepier since there was nobody around. But I don't know if is that a deer skull or a coyote? I'm not sure what kind of skull that is. Anyway, so I just kept on and kept on taking pictures, and it's a lot of fun. I took more pictures than I usually do on this hike, just because I'd stop and I'd take, you know, each one of those effects and try to figure out which effect I liked better. So it's a lot of fun. Now let's go over some accessories that you could get with this camera in different lenses. Right, let's go over a few accessories that you might want to get for the 110. I got this lens. Like I said, there are 8 lenses that you could buy for the Pentax Q series, and here I'll just show. Here's a screenshot of on the Ricoh site. I'll also put the link in the description below so you can check it out. So there's 8 total lenses that were made for this camera. 4 of them are autofocus. The other 4 are like toy lenses, and they're manual focus. You could get them all fairly cheap. This is the cheapest one I got right here. This is a little shield lens. Look how tiny that is. I'll put it on the camera real quick. It only costs $26. You'll find that you have to get a lot of this stuff from Japan, because they won't have it. They won't have it here in the U.S., or it's not as available. So this one's manual focus, but you can see there, look how tiny that thing is, and that's a lot of fun to use. I'll be doing a separate review on that. Some other things you might want to get, the strap. The strap that comes with this sucks. This isn't the one that came with it, but it's not very good, so I would suggest a wrist strap. I've got some on order. This is just a basic point and shoot strap that I just put on there in the meantime, but I've got some on order that I'll be going over. This camera fits a tabletop tripod excellent, so a lot of times if you try to put like a bigger DSLR on one of these, it just looks funny and just you know, could get knocked over and stuff. So this actually fits really well and works great on there. I did want to show the battery real quick, how small it is. You want to get an extra battery, but this is the one for my K70, and then this is the size for that one. And actually, even though this is small, it works fairly well, even with that LCD being on all the time without you know, without the viewfinder. It didn't really die. When I was on the hike, I probably took 100 pictures. So, and there's still plenty of battery life left on the battery right now. So, other things, adapter. Since this is a mirrorless camera, adapters work really well on this, on any mirrorless camera for that matter, but on this one it works great. This is a Pentax K mount to PQ, the Q10's mount, and so I could adapt all my Pentax lenses to work on this camera. Now it looks pretty ridiculous. I'll put it on here because it is big. You know, they're larger lenses, but you see that? Is that all in the frame? Yeah, so it does kind of look ridiculous, but it is fun to use. So you got that crop factor of ×5 to 300. So I mean, you can do moon shots, all sorts of good stuff, and get super close with this. Another one that you might want to get, adapters. All these adapters generally cost around $20. This one's for the 110, Pentax 110. So you can see there, this is the 50mm on there. So these are the ones I would recommend. They just fit the camera really well instead of big and bulky like some of the other ones. I mean, you could get MD mount. I'm not sure. You probably get FD mount for those as well. But anyway, this one's a 50mm. I'll be doing a separate review. I've got all the tiny lenses from the 110 series, so I'll be doing a review on those. But here's just a quick shot that I took the other day, a couple shots with this 50. I've been using it a little bit. It's a nice focal range on there. So you can see, and all the images that I show throughout this video are all straight out of camera, just to let you know. I mean, they're digital effects, but they're done in camera on all those. So, what else? I guess that's about it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you hadn't. Hit that bell, and you'll be seeing more 110 videos coming up shortly. Thanks for watching.